All right, so the Tile Redi system. This is a system I've really fallen in love with in the last year or two, primarily because of really three things. Number one, it's a completely sealed system. There's really nothing that I can almost do that's gonna make this thing leak because the drain system is completely integrated into the system, which is warranted by the company Tile Redi. So there isn't any drain assembly other than connecting to your actual riser pipe. That'd be the only connection that you actually have to make. So the whole pan is completely sealed and you don't have to worry about anything that you might have done with the waterproofing to jeopardize the integrity of it. So that's number one. Number two is the ease of installation. I mean, it's literally just a pan that you thin set into place and you're ready to go. So it really doesn't get much faster than that. And then third, you can order this online. They literally have dozens and dozens of different custom stock size pans that are basically are going to be able to conform to your specific shower. And if you don't have one, if your drain is in a weird location or if the size is completely uncommon, you can order a custom fit pan that will fit yours specifically with the dimensions that you give them. So that's pretty awesome, especially when you get into these very, very large showers or these very different sized showers. You can get something custom to exactly to make it fit for you. So those are the three main reasons. But yeah, the other things that go along in line with this is that it's a sealant application. I love sealant applications. It really makes it easy to get everything sealed, especially when you're in a configuration like this where you have all these different angles. If you ever did a membrane system, it's really problematic to overlap each piece of membrane, and using thin set over top of your head is something that I'm not very interested in doing. So sealant applications have always been my favorite. It really is kind of foolproof. As long as you don't run out of it and you have enough to cover all of your seams and screw holes, you're going to be in good shape. Yeah, so we're going to install this system. Now this one is new and improved. They actually have made it easier. This is one thing I really love about Tile Redi themselves. Not only are they made in the United States, but they also listen to contractors. They listen to feedback of the public on how to improve their product. And they definitely have done that with these new pans. Now this is going to be their pan of choice moving in the future. They have a whole inventory of the older styles. So if you have an older style with a ribbed bottom, check out my course or my videos on that installation because it is a little bit different than installing this one. But they're both great. It's just that they are going to be phasing out the old ribbed type and then just doing this. So let me show you a couple things of how they improved this design and made it a little bit easier to install. So I'd say the biggest thing is having a smooth bottom. So this is just going to be literally thin setted into place on the floor. You're not going to be using mortar anymore and making a really thick mud bed mortar to set this in. You're literally just going to be thin setting it into place. And this really makes it a lot easier for drain connection and overall installation. Using thin set to bond this, I think, is a tremendous way to go. The other thing that they upgraded was the actual drain assembly system. So this is basically a standard compression fitting, like OD drain type of system. So it's a locking nut with a rubber gasket. And so what this is going to do is make it a lot easier to connect the riser pipe or your existing 2-inch pipe to the drain, because now you're not having to glue it and you're able to basically just slip over the rubber gasket. We'll show you how to install this a little bit later, but it really makes it easy for connecting to 2-inch pipe. So it honestly doesn't matter whether it's ABS or PVC. And even if you did have a copper drain, you could get a rubber gasket that would be able to fit around that as well. So it's very universal, but I would say the biggest thing is you're not having to be concerned about gluing your riser pipe and making sure that it's exactly the right pump. I know a lot of people had a lot of stress when it came to installing the drain, primarily because if you didn't have the riser pipe at the right length and you tried to glue it and it didn't glue in the right way, then you just kind of got a mess on your hands. So Thank you, Tile Redi, for improving the drain system. I think people are going to really find this a much easier, and as a contractor, it just makes everything simplified. I can definitely see myself hiring out other crew members to install this and know that, you know, they can't really screw it up. They basically can make the connection pretty easy on themselves. So that really takes, yeah, I mean, the pan system in itself just really simplifies it. And again, they have so many different sizes and configurations. You could get a linear drain. You could get a curbless shower, which I definitely want to do in the future. We're just doing the curbed system on this one. I think it just made sense for this steam shower. That's the other thing. It's good. It's steam rated. You can use this for a steam shower. So that to me was a huge bonus, and it's going to make this really a great system for this space.